Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon. Out of the theaters, I saw GameStop Rise of the Players. I was on vacation, saw AMC Theater, and it was playing. I'm like, I'm not going to have another chance to watch this. So I watched it. Is this documentary worth watching? How many times am I going to say watching? Let's watch out. So GameStop Rise of the Player, what's it about? It's a very simple premise, actually. You remember the stocks of GameStop going from like $4 to $375, and right now settling at like $117? Well, this is the documentary of what happened before it happened, during, and after. So with this movie, if you don't know anything about stocks, which I'm not the biggest person into it, yeah, I have some stocks in like NVAC and Mara, some Bitcoin health stuff, but I've never gotten the GameStop thing. I do remember in 2019 of like seeing, oh yeah, GameStop's at $4. But even me as a skeptic, I'm like, GameStop at $4? Yeah, I do. I'm one of those people that I don't mind GameStop at all. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to spend, $400 and get like 100 shares, something like that. Just wasn't going to be me. So even if I did that, I'd have only made $1,000. But with this, talks about 9 people that kind of saw something wrong with GameStop. It shouldn't be this low. Shouldn't be this low. And all of a sudden, the boom, the short squeeze, and everything happening to this point. The biggest issue with this documentary is very, very surface level. There's a lot of good clips in it of like Dave Portnoy with Barstool Sports and doing his like Davey Day trader stuff like that, and going into the Robinhood aspect of it. But it was more interesting about Reddit and how I'm not one of those Reddit bros, but I think now Reddit, after watching this, is a fucking loser website. Maybe I'm one of those things, yeah, Reddit is very, on the left, but with this, how everyone's saying, oh yeah, Reddit with the Wall Street bets and everything like that, how they're the fucking rock stars, the bee's knees of this GameStop thing. Actually not. They were the ones that actually banned these people, saying, hey, actually, GameStop is something you might want to look at. And they thought it was troll, so all these fucking Wall Street bets are like, fuck you, we're banning you from this forum. And it's like, you fucking tools. And then all of a sudden it happens, oh, I guess we could bring them back on the Reddit forum and say they're fucking awesome and fucking use their fucking graphs that they made back in like 2017, 18. But now these Wall Street bros, where we're going to use these people's charts and be like, oh, see what I told you about GameStop? No, motherfuckers, you're the one that were banning them. Now, that was a little rant, not about the movie. This is about people on the internet and being fucking trolls and just being douches and how they feed on the negative and stuff like that. And I think this movie does a good job looking at that. So the first, I would say, it's a short movie, hour and 30 minutes. I'd say the first 45 minutes is no joke. Getting to know these 9 people, having them do the research, talking about Reddit, talking about Roaring Kitty, DFV, Deep Fucking Value, and everything like that about who these people are. And then I would say I said about 45 minutes. I'd say the 15, 30-minute mark is no shit. The stock just going up to $100 or $375. And me, I'm not one of those Reddit people and know a lot about the memes, so I didn't know what tendies meant. I didn't know what apes meant. Of course, I know what diamond and paper hands are. Everyone knows that, but like tendies, apes, and shit like that, I had no idea what they were talking about. So getting to know that terminology, I was like, okay, I can see that. And they did a little bit of like the short squeeze and everything like that, but like I said, it was very surface level. They did bring in 2 billionaires in this one. One of them that said, wait a minute, GameStop is too low. I need to put into it. And then one of the billionaires was the one that said they're never going to do research anymore on short squeezes. The Satyrian research, I think that's what it's called. So they brought that billionaire as well. So kudos for them to come and interview them and get all that stuff. Of course, you don't get really interviews from Roaring Kitty. You don't get interviews from the Russian guy from Robinhood, which he basically, yeah, I wish they went more into the whole Robinhood aspect in the documentary and everything like that. And of course, the very end is like kind of like, oh, what we're at today and how these 9 people met in Vegas, kind of a Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, 13 kind of ending. But with these 9 people, I do find interesting that they all did not have the same values or the same outcome. One of them is a small, brokerage firm or financial advisor in Wisconsin, and a lot of his clients were like farmers, were nurses. So he didn't want to like go overboard. So when it went to like the $42.50, he's like, I'm selling. My clients are $1,000 over. We're good to go. And of course, he might have gone up and up, but as a person dealing with other people's money, he was probably very smart of not wanting to fuck these people over in Wisconsin. And of course, there's another guy who's like, when it went to $375, I just cashed out. Like, I couldn't handle it anymore. I got my shit and I ran. And other people just kept in and out with it. You know, like, what am I going to do with this money? But like I said, overall, it's a fun documentary if you want to know, like, the surface level stuff that happened in this, like, 3-year time period. But that's all you're really going to get. Nothing, like, really deep dive of, like, the CEO of Chewy. Like, no interviews on him. Of course, yeah, you know, like, there's a McDonald's ice cream cone. They bring up that stuff. And you're just like, I don't know what the fuck this means. Like, I don't know why you would tweet that. And I do think this is scary where Elon Musk or someone tweeting a McDonald's ice cream cone can, you know, make the stocks go up and down with no reasonability of why this is happening. So I do think that's a little bit scary, in my opinion. Am I salty for not getting a GameStop? Yes and no. Yes. Oh, yeah, I would have made a couple $1,000. But no, would I become a millionaire? Fuck no. I would not be one of those people that put my life savings into that. I'm sorry. I have a TSP. I have a Roth IRA. I do have a little bit of a traditional, and I do have some bonds, as well as a brokerage account and like stuff like that. So I do have like different things everywhere. But no, I would have never said I'm taking everything in my, you know, Vanguard account, that my Roth, that's like, you know, an X amount. I'm not taking all that shit out and putting it crypto or shit and putting it all in GameStop. I would have never, ever done that. So I can't really be mad at that. But overall, GameStop Rise of the Player. It's a very interesting documentary, but don't expect anything, you know, deep dive into it. All this stuff is stuff you've kind of read on the internet already. So GameStop Rise of the Players will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons. It goes at 70%. So see the Critics News scores gave this. So you have a critics a 78% with 9 of them, and the audience score an 88% with fewer than 50 with no critic consensus. But yeah, I think it's a fun movie. I do like the fun animations of what they were doing and who they interviewed. Like I said, it was fun to get like the good story of what actually happened throughout this time period, and I was fine with what I saw on screen. So do you agree with the 70, the 78, or 88? Chase like with the blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Futonitopia. You Blue Futonians, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Has there been any stocks where you're like, I'm going to buy it here and it went up drastically? Well, I won't lie. These past, 2 months have been fucking abysmal. Some of the worst months I've had ever. No joke. But I won't lie. Mara, it's a Bitcoin mining one. Riot, another Bitcoin mining one. And then Novak, or NVAC, NVAK, or X. I bought, that, pre-COVID, during COVID, and everything like that. I can't complain. I can't complain on those at all.